Hello, welcome to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. We thank you for joining us today. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your question to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions after this. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter of the evening, Columbia College.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good evening. I am Anissa Capers with Columbia College. And I do want to first mention that we were a women's institution for about 167 years prior to the last school year. So this upcoming school year will be our first year allowing men to stay on campus. So we are now officially co-ed. So these are our academic programs that we offer. So we have something for each and every type of student. So for our undergraduate day college, those are students who want a traditional college experience of taking classes in the daytime from the typical 8 a.m. classes to about 5 in the evening, which jumps into our evening college. So those are geared to our students who are working professionals who have full-time jobs in the daytime or prior commitments during the day. So classes for the evening college actually start around 5:15, 5:30, and they run until about 8:30 in the evening. And then for those students who want something completely online, I know we're probably all tired of online, but for those who are thriving in the online schooling, we do have programs that are 100% online. So you can do your science classes online. We'll mail out a lab kit to do a tabletop lab while you're at home. You'll take pictures and send it to your professors. So those programs are offered completely online. And then we do have master's programs available. So those are kind of split half and half. So half of them are completely online. And then the other half of our graduate programs that we offer are hybrid models. So most of the time they're online. And then one weekend out of the month, you're actually on campus to do in-person lectures with your professor. And then with our graduate programs, those are actually just a one-year program that you can complete your master's. And so this is a list of all of our undergraduate day programs. I'm not going to go through them all. Y'all can read them. If you want, you can screenshot them for your records. They're also available on our website. As you can see, we have a wide variety of different programs that we offer. I do want to highlight a few things. So we were originally founded as an educational college. So education is still one of our top programs on campus. And one thing that we do have that a lot of other schools possibly don't have in state is an SLP program. So speech language pathology program at the undergraduate level is what we offer. And then we also just started within the education program this school year coming up is a Call Me Mister program. So that's for male students who are interested in becoming educators. There's scholarships available, mentorship opportunities with that. So if you have more questions about that, you can ask later, or you'll have time to get my contact information after this. So a little bit about our campus life. We do offer on-campus housing. And for our transfer students, you're not required to stay on campus if you met our requirement of junior class standing or if you're 21 years of age. But we do have suite style housing available to our students in over 50 different clubs and organizations, including Greek Life. And since we are offering men a place to learn and grow and develop themselves, we do have 4 men's teams that we've added to our roster this upcoming school year. So that's cross country, golf, soccer, and track and field. And then we have 10 women's athletics teams. And we are a part of the NAIA, which is a smaller conference for schools that are on the smaller side, but it's extremely competitive. And we are still actively recruiting for both men and women's athletics. So if you're interested, you can find information of how to get recruited on our website. And so the most important thing, the cost. So for our full-time students, the cost is about $20,880 for the entire school year. That's the amount for per credit hour, $670. And then our room and board is $1,320. And so our research and technology fee is one that I want to hit on, which is really cool. That includes your books. So each student is allowed to have e-version of the books. If you're more traditional student and you want to actually hold the book, put sticky notes in the book, you have to pay the price difference with that. But that resource and technology fee covers all of your labs and all of your books for the entire school year. And so how to apply? We are still accepting applications. We're rolling admissions, so there aren't any hard deadlines associated with our app, and it's completely free. So you can either go to our website, the website's there, or if you're familiar with Common App, you can apply on Common App. What we require of our transfer students is a completed application, as well as an official transcript of every college or university that you've attended. So if you've attended one school, just send in that one. If you've attended 8, we have a few students who do, you have to send an official transcript of all 8 schools. And then like it says there, if you've earned less than 30 credit hours at the collegiate level, we will also need a copy of your high school transcript, especially for our in-state students. Those of you who qualify for state scholarships, financial aid will need that information as well. So like I said, we're rolling admissions. The process is fairly simple once you're accepted into the college. So after you receive your acceptance decision, we send out a transfer evaluation. So it'll have a full list of all of your classes that you're bringing in that are a C or above, and then how that credit will be applied at Columbia College. And then at the very bottom of that, it'll have the total number of your credit hours, as well as your class standing with us, whether you're coming in as a freshman with credit, sophomore, junior, senior. And the cool thing about it is that we are able to accept up to 90 credit hours total for our transfer students. So this is my contact information. You can take a screenshot of that. Feel free to give me a call, leave a voicemail, or send an email with your questions or your concerns, and we can happily get you through the process to become a student here at Columbia College. Thank you all.
Thank you. Next up, we're going to hear from Marion University.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining in. My name is Jessica Foxworth, and I am with Marion University. I will start off by giving a few quick facts about us. We are a 4-year public university in South Carolina. We serve the PD area region and students from all over South Carolina and internationally. So a price breakdown, generally our in-state per semester cost is going to be around $5,500. For out-of-state students, it's $10,000, but if you do receive any scholarship of $500 or more, you will get the in-state rate, and we'll talk a little bit more about scholarship opportunities. Our total enrollment is a little over 4,000, including grad students, and our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. For transfer students, we typically require around a 2.0 GPA, cumulative GPA from any schools you've attended. We would need that transcript and 22 transferable credit hours. If you did not have 22 hours, that is okay. We can, kind of go case by case basis and look at maybe your high school transcript and the work you did there. Some of our top majors, we have over 75 programs of study, but our top ones are definitely in the health sciences. We have a great nursing program, pre-med, biology, business. It is nationally accredited, AACSB. And our engineering, we recently got mechanical engineering and industrial, and of course, education and psychology. Along with that, we do offer a lot of graduate programs as well. Many of those are offered online. For our undergrad programs, they are generally in person. We pretty much 80% have been back in person instead of online. So for our deadlines for applying, we operate as well on a rolling admissions process. No deadlines, we can still apply. We have a fee waiver still going on until May 1st. So if you are interested, definitely take advantage of that opportunity to save $41. Just have your application sent in by May 1st. It's easy to apply, it takes about 10-15 minutes. So we do offer a few transfer scholarships. Obviously, the sooner you apply, the better. The deadline to apply for those is June 1st. And the application is easy to do, is on our website under our scholarships page. You'll just scroll down to where it says transfer and it automatically comes to me. So, and then we will be in touch with you. And then we have the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society Scholarship, which is also, the deadline is June 1st. You would need to apply for that one as well on the same page. And you would have to have a 3.25 cumulative GPA at your current institution. A little bit about us too. We offer, several housing options for students. We have 2 sets of apartments on campus, very affordable. All of our price breakdown. We are one of the most affordable schools in South Carolina, with a tuition freeze for 3 years in a row now. So tuition costs have not gone up in the past 3 years. So we're very happy about that. I know cost is a big factor. So yeah, and then just, sooner you apply, the better. I'm happy to answer any questions towards the end. Thank you.
Thanks, Jessica. Next up, we are going to hear from Benedict College.
Great day, everyone. There we go. Great day, everyone. My name is Devontae Pondexter. I am your Benedict College admissions recruiter and counselor. I'm also a Benedict alum of class of 2014. It is an honor to be on here today to tell you a little bit about my wonderful alma mater, Benedict College. Now, during this time of presentation, you're going to hear me mention a lot about opportunity. So within this opportunity, I just want to take a chance to show you a little bit about the institution and show you a little bit about what we have to offer everyone. As I share my screen. All right, so Benedict was founded in 1870, right here in Columbia, South Carolina. We were founded by a woman, Ms. Bathsheba Benedict, and now ironically, we are led by a woman, Dr. Rosalind Clark Artist, who is our first female president and 14th president of Benedict College. Dr. Rosalind Clark Artist has been doing a phenomenal job with lowering the tuition costs and also eliminating the out-of-state tuition fee, making sure that school is cost affordable for students. So this is just a basic background of our cost of room and board and our tuition fees too as well. We do have some opportunities for scholarships, but first I want to talk to you about your admissions requirements. Right here at Benedict College, we are accepting students with a 2.0 GPA and granting a $5,000 scholarship starting off. We are waiving the SAT and the ACT scores for the fall 2021. And then we're also offering some on-site scholarships too as well for students that have a GPA up to a 3.2 or higher, where these are tuition-based scholarships too as well. Due that some of you are South Carolina students, if you're South Carolina students, we definitely have those opportunities for students to have those the Palmetto Fellow, the South Carolina Life, and the South Carolina Hope scholarships as well. We have about over 33 undergraduate degree programs, including the Masters in Business. All have majors, minors, and concentrations, and all have internship programs to a career pathway of your choice. So far, Benedict has been doing a tremendous job with keeping up with enrollment. We have about 2,200 students on campus. Even though we have the pandemic, we still have reached a level of high enrollment in our school. We are practicing the proper protocols of the pandemic, and we do have rapid testing for our students on campus. So we will be fully open in the fall with all the events, amenities, and everything that comes with it. We have about over 50 social organizations and clubs, including the Divine Nine, which are organizations that are built of Greek sororities, and fraternities. We are an NCAA Division II school. SIAC is our division. We hold the division championship for women and women's basketball. And also, we also have a new football team as well. We have tennis, men and women's tennis. We also have track and field, cross country, softball, baseball, and men and women's volleyball. We also have the role of Mr. and Mrs. Benedict College, along with their royal court, such as Mr. and Mrs. Freshman, all the way up to Mr. and Mrs. Senior. We do hold homecoming concerts as well. This year, we're trying to look forward to having our homecoming concert, as well as some of our homecoming events. Last 2 years, we had a couple of celebrities that came to our campus, as well as having some of our alumni celebrities coming to our campus to give back to our students. We do have the band, the BCBOD, which is the baddest band in the land, according to ESPN2. We do have some internship opportunities, new internship opportunities, especially to Google, and the newest one being to Apple. We do have study abroad programs for anybody who want to go study abroad. We also offer free passports for students. Listen, if you want to be a part of an institution that's going to help you move forward in life to get you to your dreams and aspirations, from application to graduation, this is the institution for you. BC, we stand strong, we stay connected, and it's all love. BC, you know, you know.
Thank you. Next up, we are going to hear from Lincoln Memorial University.
Hi, everyone. Give me a second. I'm trying to get my screen pulled up real quick. Awesome. Can you guys see that okay?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, welcome. My name is Carly Adams. I'm one of the admissions counselors at Lincoln Memorial University. LMU is located in Harrogate, Tennessee, which is right on the border where Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia all meet. We are our students. We have about 5,000 students. That includes our undergraduate, graduate, and professional students, all at LMU. There we go. So just at a quick glance, we are an accredited university. 90% of our undergraduate students receive some sort of financial aid. And in 2019, we were voted the safest campus in America by alarms.com. These are our associate degrees that we have here at LMU and our bachelor's degrees. If you'll notice that some of these bachelor's degrees have an asterisk next to them, that means that you can also complete a teacher certification in that specific program. Some of our bachelor's degrees do also have subcategories. So if there's something a little more specific that you're looking for within a program, definitely check out our website. And I'll be sure to link our website in the chat at the end of my presentation. These are all of our master's programs that we have and all of our professional programs. So at LMU, you can get your undergraduate degree, your master's degree, and your doctoral degree all here on campus. So if that's something that you're interested in, LMU is definitely the place to look into doing that, because we have it all right here. This is the contact information for our transfer admissions counselor specifically, and I will make sure to put her contact information in the chat at the end, along with my information as well, so that you can reach out to either of us if you have any questions about transferring, what you need to know about applying to LMU. So our online application is free, really easy to apply online. Make sure that you're submitting all of your college transcripts, just like with any other transfer situation. Make sure you're submitting every transcript from any school that you've attended, institution, university, college. You only have to have 15 college credits to be considered a transfer at LMU. So if you go to our website, you'll see the ribbon at the top with our with LMU over here. And if you click this button right here where it says apply, it will take you right into our free online application. These are some of the housing options that we have on campus at LMU. Housing for us is first come, first serve. So the sooner you can get your application in and submit your housing deposit, the more likely it is for you to get into the housing option that you listed first on your application. This is some of the highlights for our student life. We are a relatively small campus with only about 5,000 students, but we do have a lot going on campus. And if there's something that you're interested in that you don't see here on this list, and we do have a program for you to start your own club or organization or activity here on campus and get other students to join in, which is exciting. We do have Greek life here. We have a pool, plenty of clubs and organizations, but like I said, you can always start something that you're interested in if you don't see it already listed here. We have a student activity calendar that comes out every month where we have events planned for our students where you guys get to interact and do some fun things outside of campus together, get to know your community and your other students here. We are, as you can see in all of our photos here, we are still wearing masks and practicing social distancing as best that we can and following those guidelines to make sure that you guys are staying safe but still getting a great college experience. Make sure you're filling out your free online application for FAFSA. And these are our transfer scholarships. One really big thing I want to point out is Phi Theta Kappa. So we do offer a half tuition scholarship for anyone that is a member of the Phi Theta Kappa. So have your advisor send us in a good standing letter and you will automatically receive half tuition once we receive that letter. That half tuition is not a set number. So if our tuition goes up while you are here at LMU, then your scholarship will go up to continue to cover half of your tuition. So make sure that you guys are submitting that with everything else if that's something that you are already involved in at your two-year school that you're transferring from. And to close here, we are a Division II university for our athletics. These are all of the athletics teams that we have here at LMU. And so I hope to see you guys here at some point. We'd love to have you. I will drop my contact information and our transfer counselors information in the chat so that you guys have that. Be sure to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Thank you, Carly. Next up, we are going to hear from the University of South Carolina.
Hey everyone, let me get my screen shared and we'll jump in. All right, Kelsey, am I good?
Yep, you're good.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for being here tonight. My name is Allison Scheide. I am the Assistant Director for Transfer Partnerships here at the University of South Carolina's Office of Undergraduate Admissions. So at the University of South Carolina, we have more than 300 different combinations of majors, minors, concentrations, and cognates that students can pursue. We also have 56 nationally ranked programs, which is the most in the entire state of South Carolina. So some of the more notable ones that I'd like to touch on is our #1 ranked international business program, our #1 ranked sports science program, which is a cohort of our sport and entertainment management major, exercise science, and physical education, as well as our retailing program is ranked #4 globally. We do have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So once a student is really in their major classes, they're going to be having pretty small course sizes, a lot of one-on-one time with faculty members. So some other notable statistics that I do like to mention about the University of South Carolina is that our College of Nursing BSN program has had a 100% NCLEX pass rate for the last 3 or 4 cohorts, which is a phenomenal statistic to be able to flaunt. We also have South Carolina's only aerospace engineering major. So if you are thinking about aerospace engineering, you could stay in state. You don't have to leave the state to do that. We are also in the top 3% nationally for African-American graduates at the undergraduate level. And so we are one of 50 public universities to receive the highest research activity designation by the Carnegie Foundation. So there's a lot of research going on campus. So if that's something you're interested in, there's numerous ways to be able to get involved with that. So a little bit about what it's going to take to become a Gamecock. Our minimum GPA is a 2.25 cumulative GPA for all college level coursework. However, some majors do have higher GPA requirements. We require 30 college credit hours for our transfer students. If a student has fewer than 30 college credit hours, they also must meet our freshman admission requirements. So what is the application process like? So we require obviously our U of SC transfer application, which is just on our website. We don't have it on Common App or Coalition, so just on our website. And then a $65 non-refundable application fee, $100 application fee for international transfer students. And we're actually doing something pretty unique. We are allowing students to upload unofficial transcripts when they apply. So as long as it has your name and the school's name on it, we can use that for making the admissions decision. This can also include the dual enrollment coursework. So we need the official transcripts if a student is admitted to the university and chooses to enroll with us. If a student has less than those 30 college credit hours, we will need the official high school transcript and potentially the official SAT or ACT scores. Those are only needed if we request them. We're not using them on the onset, but there may be a few situations where we might need to see them. So completing the transfer application, you will include some information about yourself, your name, your address, things that you really know right off the top of your head, as well as the term that you want to apply for. You will actually select two majors on your application, a first choice major and a second choice major. This doesn't mean that you're double majoring, but if a student doesn't meet requirements for their first choice major, we want to be able to consider them for their second choice major. You'll self-report your current college level credit hours as well as your estimated GPA. We know if you've attended multiple schools, it can be a little tricky to determine that exact one. So estimations are just okay for the application. You'll be able to indicate the number of colleges you've attended, upload your unofficial transcripts. And we don't require any essays, letters of recommendation, resumes, activities, or interests. So all in all, it's a pretty quick and easy application to complete. Probably shouldn't take you more than about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on if you need to go find those unofficial transcripts. So I did touch a little bit about the major selection on my previous slide. So this could be a good page to screenshot to grab that URL. So we want students to consider the GPA requirements for each major when they are selecting them. Always pick a second choice major that has something that you're interested in and has ideally lower GPA requirements if possible. If you are interested in our Darla Moore School of Business or our College of Nursing, always put those as your first choice since those are our most competitive majors and do have limited space. Our transfer students cannot come in as undeclared, but you can certainly be undecided. And if that's something you're thinking about, definitely let us know. So the application timeline, if you are wanting to apply for summer or fall semester, you still have time to do that. Our fall semester for business and nursing applicants, we want that application by May 1st, as well as our summer applicants. Fall application for all other majors closes July 1st. And if you're thinking about spring of 2022, that application will open up in September and is due November 1st. We process applications in the order in which they are received. Only applications that have all the transcripts on file receive decisions, with the exception of business and nursing. All of our majors, we send out decisions on a rolling basis, so there's not a set date on when they all go out. And once a student applies, they get access to their U of SC admissions portal for updates and just the full list of everything that we need to be able to issue a decision. So that was a lot of information in a few minutes. If you have more questions, we would love to chat with you more. You can reach us at admtransfer@mailbox.sc.edu and go Gamecocks.
Thank you. And unfortunately, our last school was unable to attend. So I am going to invite all 5 of my panelists to join me to answer 2 questions for you guys before we close out for the evening. So if you guys all want to come back on camera, and the first question I have for you, and if you guys could just answer in the order in which you already presented, would be, what advice would you give someone going through the transfer process? We'll just go round robin in order.
The advice I would give to someone going through the transfer process is to do your research on what the requirements are to actually get into the school. What's the GPA requirement? Do they actually offer the major that you actually want to pursue? We have a lot of students who will want to come in for our nursing program, but you can't do it as a transfer student. So to know those details, so just to know if they offer your major and if you're eligible to go into the school.
Hi, my piece of advice would be to also do your research, but definitely come for like a visit or a tour to kind of see what that school looks like, see if it would be a good fit, how you feel after leaving the university.
And then do we have Benedict College? We can jump to Lincoln Memorial University.
My advice for you guys looking to transfer would definitely be to reach out to your transfer admissions counselors and your admissions counselors at the university you're looking for, and try to get information about the scholarship opportunities that they have that are specific to transfer students. Like our PTK scholarship is only for transfer students, but that's something you wouldn't know if you didn't ask. So make sure you guys are reaching out and trying to find as much information about that kind of stuff at the universities you're interested in transferring to.
I feel like everyone kind of took mine. I would definitely say kind of the making contact with us. Myself and my coordinator Rob, like we love meeting with students. We love answering your questions. I don't think there's really anything as too many questions when it comes to inquiring about the transfer process. So just don't be afraid to ask those questions. Even if it's just, asking for clarification on something you see on the website, making sure you're understanding it. Our job is to help you. So you're not burdening us or bothering us by asking us your questions.
And do you want to jump in, Benedict College, and answer one piece of advice you would give to students?
Don't leave any money on the table. If they're asking for additional information, definitely have that go-to-itiveness to just go out your way. Make sure you stay connected with your counselor, because that's the relationship you want to build. It's the first person you actually meet from that school. And really take it serious. I know that we're coming down to your last bit of your senior year. Start putting that best foot forward. Sometimes colleges can have the space for you to have a second chance to make a first impression. So this is your opportunity to start and build up from here, because you're about to be a young professional and go on into the real world with real bills. So I would say take it serious now, so that way when you get into school, the road for preparation will be exciting.
Thank you all. And I'm going to ask you one last question before we finish out. So that is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? So you guys can go in order again before we close out.
I guess I could take the floor if you want to. I would say the tradition I like on campus is not just homecoming. Homecoming is tradition for everyone. But something special about my homecoming is the act on alumni. Alumni come back to basically hire or give internships to students. But freshman week is a tradition that we do all the time for our freshmen, and it's mainly like 2 weeks. It's kind of like a rite of passage to Benedict College. We want to show you the ins and the outs and every possible opportunity that you have, but also we want to create that fun space environment because we know that you're going to be here for your 4 years. So this, the freshman week basically shows you how the rest of your 4 years can possibly be once you get involved. So that's our start to get involved. We're not trying to wait till you get to your junior year to try to get involved. No, we're trying to get you at the door and show you exactly what we have to offer. Everything that we said on the presentation is going to come to life during freshman.
We can go to Marion University next.
Okay, so my favorite event is First Friday. It's an event we put on for new incoming fall students. We weren't able to do it last year, obviously, with everything going on, but I'm hoping we can do it this year. And then also our food trucks that we have on campus. We actually just had one today. They try to do it once like every few weeks, which is awesome. It's a big hit here. So just little events here and there.
Thank you. And Columbia College?
Yep. So my favorite tradition on campus, we had it today, actually. It's called Fun Day. So that happens at the end of the semester. It's a time for the students, faculty, and staff to come together on the green. We have inflatables. We have food trucks. We had a dunking booth so you get to dunk your professors. So it's just a way for the students to let off a little bit of steam before exams start next week. So we come together, have some fun, of course, socially distanced, masked up this year, but just a time for all of us to come together and have some fun with the students before they start exams.
One of the things that I love at LMU is the block parties that we throw for the students. So our on-campus housing is basically in a big semicircle, so all right there. So we'll clear out the parking lot in what we call the village, and that's where our sand volleyball court is located, and we will throw what we call a block party for the students and have food and drinks and games and stuff out there. So I think it's a really fun way to get everyone on campus and connected and, mingling with each other and getting to know each other from, other dorms and buildings and stuff like that. So I'll be really excited when that's something that we get to get back to as we start moving through this COVID process, I guess. That's something I'm definitely looking forward to having back on campus for our students.
All right, and one of my favorite things, so something I didn't get to touch on in the bulk of my presentation was athletics. So I will say I do love our football games. I feel like everyone kind of says like there's nothing like, Saturdays at insert stadium here. But I worked at U of SC for about 3 years before actually going to my first football game. And there is really nothing like it. We got to do a little bit modified football this year, but we weren't able to have, all 80,000 people in Williams-Brice Stadium. So, watching the entire stadium with the rally towels, doing the sandstorm, it's a pretty cool experience. So that's definitely one of my favorite ones that everyone just kind of gets so hyped up about University of South Carolina football.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for sharing. And thank you to everyone for joining us this evening. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many different sessions being hosted tonight, so please be sure to check out additional sessions happening after this. In about a week, you will be able to find this session's recording at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Thank you so much to our presenters, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.